Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Borderlands 2. I'm Nosgard Silverclaw, here with my character Gage.
And I'm Nosgard Silverclaw, here with my character, Commando Riker.
I don't think that's who you are.
I'm not? Oh, well then I'm just a crazy driver. Ignore me.
Drive up and honk your horn. They should let you in now that your ride looks all bloodshotty.
My car does have a lot of blood on it.
It looks like one of ours. Let him in while I try to get Hyperion back on the horn.
Okay, so right here I'm going to stay in the car because you can clear out most of these assholes without ever leaving the vehicle, as long as you find the just right spot to throw the barrel from. It's kind of tricky because you can hit the chain up there, as you can see, and you can hit the walls. But if you do it just right, you'll kill everyone without leaving the car.
I got out of the car just because it's easier to shoot with my regular weapon than the front-mounted machine gun.
Yeah, that trick would only work if you're on the gun I'm on. And now that it's clear, we can... Wait, maybe not.
Just one last guy, then we'll venture in. And it should be all of them nonetheless.
That's all of them.
And perfect timing.
Tricked! Kill him!
So real quick, like I'm taking
That anarchy thing looks tricky.
a level here, I just get more fancy mathematics, I already explained that one. And as you notice, I switched to a fire sniper rifle because it's highly effective in this part of the game. You will see why, well, this whole video actually.
We got an intruder! Get him, Bad Ma!
Oh, I see what you did there, game.
They got a badass!
You see what they did there.
But basic strategy. He's got a shield, so let somebody distract him while the other person take 5 shots at his back. Nothing too complicated.
Yep. He turned around, I shoot him in the head, he catches fire, easy peasy, and he's dead. He does not have any notable drops, just keep that in mind. Well, any scripted notable drops. He can still drop a random blue or purple or what have you, that can happen. Anyway, Dark, didn't you say you know the name of his midgets because he had those 3 merry midgets?
Yeah, Hoodry, Luthery, and Doodry. Well, if they're not decided to be suicidal, it's based off who he would do in Louis. Yeah.
Indeed. Yeah, I decided I don't want to get crushed by the bridge after all. I thought about it, and then I second-guessed myself.
Silly second guessing us.
Indeed.
You're in? Great. Roland should be around here somewhere. I'm sure you can handle yourself, but if anything happens to Roland, make sure nothing happens to Roland.
Yeah, there's no sexual frustration between her and Roland. None at all. Anyway, right here. This is the, whatever zone we're in. Dark, where the hell are we?
We're in a dam, Nos.
Okay, we're in the dam, and pretty much every enemy in here, inside the dam proper, till the very end at least, will be a humanoid.
Robot 1, ugly 0.
Therefore, using a fire weapon is highly effective as, well, fire beats...
Look here, Hyperion! I'm not asking much for Roland! $1,000,000! Hello? This thing on?
You handling the bloodshots all right? They've been trying to take Roland out ever since he kicked their asses out of Sanctuary. I should have seen it coming.
Because, as I was saying, fire beats flesh. So, get a nice headshot and let him burn. He's already dead. The fire damage finishes him off for me.
No way, in fact, foreshadowing the fact that this might be the last time you'll be dealing with just pure fire dealing, hating
Hooray!
people. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Yep, no implication there at all. The one problem with Malawan weapons is that the bullet can be a little bit different from where it says it's gonna land. Only slightly, but over a long shot it can make a difference. And Dark goes down, so I switch to close range weapon to go get him out of the problem.
Well, kind-hearted, I have rocket launcher.
Okay, now what you see here, what you see there was my Fire Nova shield. I equipped it as I showed you at the beginning. That is the quest reward for finishing the cultist thing with Lilith earlier. When your shield depletes, it sends out 3 to 5 waves of fire damage, whose damage is, I forget exactly how much it's supposed to do, but it set it on the gear itself. And I'm actually not a fan of it, because there's much higher shields you can get. But I wanted to demonstrate how a Nova shield works. That is a Nova shield. Now you know, I will replace it.
They're very good if you get downed or just need some kind of time to get away from some of the baddies. Very nice. Very nice.
Badass Nomad here, nothing we can't handle. Again, if you're on either side of him, he's not that bad. That is a Turtle Shield. I don't use Turtle Shield because you move slower when you equip them. They reduce your health but give you a massive boost to your shielding itself. You'd have like 600 shield, but like half your HP, and you'd move slower. They are pretty good if you want to be really tanky, and I love the way he burns.
Okay, Hyperion. $100,000 for Roland. Final offer. Echo me back and let's negotiate already.
Hyperion wants Roland bad. Even if they don't buy him from the Bloodshots, they'll be coming for him. You better hurry.
So to everybody in this room, there is a giant turret in the back, so I'm going to go run off to go deal with that, and hopefully try to hijack it. We'll see how I do with that.
We'll see how that goes. But for now, I'm just gonna release Death Trap to try and draw some fire, and I'm gonna continue, well, using the fire damage to burn people up quickly. I mean, 12 and 13 doesn't sound like much, but keep in mind, it's doing 12 and 13 several times in a single second, so that adds up pretty quick as the burning continues. There's the turret he's trying to hijack. I'm trying to get the driver off it. And yes, the turret can burn, as you can see here.
Yes.
And, you know, okay, you guys saw that too. You see how I kept swinging at him, but he refused to take damage? I don't know what that was all about.
I think it's just because of his animation. He was just a bit too far, simply due to the animation itself causing that. Makes sense.
Well, fair enough. Oh, another thing to note real quick, when I shot the midget off that guy's shield, you see there was a hole in the shield where the midget was? You can shoot them through the hole. It won't be a critical, but it does give you a way to attack them from the front. I don't know what hit me there.
The guy died just due to an explosion that he caused, so that's all.
Oh.
As you guys saw, the turret got killed by the other opponent, so it's probably good to clear it out first before you try hijacking the turret.
Probably a good idea. Now, there's a guy hiding behind the wall there, so I use the explosion to push him out, and then I finish it with a fire shot.
Excellent. Excellent.
Indeed. And you notice how there was a gun hovering in midair, but I just had to go inch out and get it because it was an upgrade. Like a very slight upgrade.
It's logical.
But I had to have it. There are data logs here. They will be covered in the collectibles video.
Found health, guys.
Which is not this video. So, if you want to see the data logs, come back in a later video where I will have those.
Ammo.
Here we're just doing some basic loading. And should be more dialogue about now-ish? Ish-ish?
Look at those murderous Bloodshots. Don't you think Pandora would be better without their scum? That's all I want to do. Clean up this planet. And that means I gotta kill bandits like you, like the Bloodshots, like all those Crimson Raider idiots in Sanctuary. Hell, I'm happy to do it.
The Resistance needs the info Roland gathered on the vault. We know Hyperion wants it open, but we don't know why. If you rescue Roland, we might have a shot at stopping Jack.
You know what sucks? Sneezing just as about to take the shot, missing your headshot.
And boom. Now the reason we weren't fighting during the dialogue is because, as you can probably tell, these guys are pretty loud. Yeah, the bandits are very noisy, and so are our characters. It's just a very noisy game. Oh, it's a great game, but from a commentary point of view, this game is hard. This shit is noisy.
They're noisy as fuck.
I decided to go in and smack some people upside the head here, because why not?
Why not, indeed?
While Death Trap holds the opponent, I hit him in the back. And another shield. That's a Shock Nova shield, much like the Fire Nova, except shock damage. So don't worry about it.
Which, for Nova Shield, I think I'd prefer Fire, honestly.
Now, in this part right here, this part can actually be kind of tricky, especially the boss in the area. I recommend you do what we're doing. You want to try and keep at least one of you need to keep your distance and pick people off, and don't. You'll see why soon, but there's a guy in here who will kill you pretty quickly if you try and get close to him.
If you're not built to take hits, like Nosgard isn't at all.
Actually, I am kind of built to take hits, believe it or not.
Not nearly as much as Axton here is. He can take a hit a lot better than you.
Yeah, Axton can't take hits pretty good, admittedly. Looks like Dark's about to die. Any second now. Oh, nope, the shield regenerating. Oh, there he goes.
Just how I do.
And then I get brought back instantly afterwards.
Indeed, the power of having your turrets and my Death Trap, who's currently sleeping or something. He doesn't want to come out right now.
He's a lazy sometimes.
Wait for it. Get him. There we go. Cook him alive. Now keep in mind, when using a Malawan weapon, it's not so much about the damage with Malawans. It's about the dots, the damage per second. I mean, the shot itself may not be as good as a Jacob's would be. And yeah, you see how my HP went to like nothing from that one shot from that guy over there? Yeah, he has a rocket launcher. Mad Mike here. He's not afraid to use it. So I'm keeping my distance for safety and letting Death Trap get in there.
And I tank all the damage because he's using a rocket launcher. Which, yeah.
Would you like to discuss Mad Mike, Dark?
Basically an asshole. Like me, who just shoots rockets at people, and it hurts a lot if you're not built to take a rocket to the face.
Even if you are, it hurts a lot. He took you down pretty quick. The difference is, since I hang back, if we were both down, we'd be in trouble. If one of us is still alive, we can continue the fight while the guy who's down keeps hitting him, and we'll still have someone alive so we don't, completely wipe here.
God damn it, Hyperion! I didn't get half my guys killed kidnapping the most wanted criminal on Pandora just so you can ignore me! How about 50,000 bucks?
And fights begin again.
Badass bastard.
So as I was saying, one last thing to note about Mad Mike before we forget about him for the day, is that Mad Mike has no unique drop. He can drop normal badass gear, but nothing, specific to him. So don't worry about farming him.
Ever.
Ever.
Lots of badasses in the dam, which makes sense. It's a bandit hideout for a big bag.
Indeed. So right here we've got a bandit who doesn't have a midget on his shield. So yes, you cannot shoot through the hole the midget would create. Luckily, his gun hand does stick over the side. You can shoot him right on the gun hand if you can make the shot. Thought about it, decided not to equip it. I'm not an anarchist build at the moment.
Nope. And here we have our first shield-containing chest.
I'm sorry, what?
The laser field-contained chest. Not the shield-contained chest. I don't know what I was talking about with a shield.
I'm not sure if I get a good look at it or not. There's a laser grid to our left.
You saw it. It's yeah.
And a shitter.
Simple process. You follow the line to find the fuse box, destroy the fuse box, you get access to the loot.
Now this one I do equip. That you can't see it because I just held down either instant equip it. But I did equip that particular mod because it gives all of us better elemental damage, and I'm pretty much using an elemental weapon for this whole area. And yeah, the way the electric shield works is, you have to find the fuse box by following the wires, which, you'll see the wires later, don't worry. And when you find the fuse box, it'll... You already said that, Dark?
I had said that, you silly boob.
Oh, I must have missed you saying that.
Sometimes I think you're deaf sometimes.
I am deaf, who are you kidding?
I am too, so I can't judge. But I will anyway.
So I'm down on my knees dying off, and instead of letting me finish him off to get back up, Dark, kills it.
Yes, that's how you do it to me all the fucking time. Of course I'm going to do it to you too.
Well, you deserve it. Anyway, that's a fuse box you gotta hit, although I think it got hit in the gunfight already.
It tends to.
It tends to, yeah, all the bullets flying, you can hit the fuse box and not know it, but in case you don't, hit the fuse box like I did with the shotgun there. jog back the way we're going now, and you will find yourself, well, getting more loot for your trouble. I do recommend you do this. This particular one, especially, because this is a long dungeon, and we've had to fire off a lot of rounds to get here. And there was a lot of potential ammo to be had. Not just the gun reward, but the ammo increase here is useful.
Yes, and mostly just grenades will be found in this chest, generally speaking.
Yeah, a lot of nades here. Some Merv nades. I should show off a Merv eventually. Mervs are great.
They are great, but it depends on how many child grenades there are.
If you can fucking get really lucky, I don't know why I needed the F-bomb there. If you can get really lucky and find the red text on a grenade called double the trouble, double your fun, that will actually spawn double the amount of grenades it claims it'll spawn. That can be really powerful. If you can find triple your fun, even better.
It's a very useful grenade if used right. Basically a cluster bomb at that point, really, more than a grenade.
Yeah, pretty much like a carpet bombing at that point. And my shield broke. Now, one thing I forgot to mention about Fire Nuance that I want to go over because I don't use them much. When a Nova, when it goes off, it will detonate bales nearby, and that will kill you. You can easily kill yourself with a Nova if it detonates a bale you're standing next to. Just be wary of your environment.
As you should always be in a cafe, let's be honest here.
Indeed. So yeah, I mean, if you haven't made the point across yet, fire on bandits, pretty useful. They are cooking very nicely. I would definitely recommend it.
Fire and bandits, always good. Unless they have a shield, then use shock, and then use fire.
I don't know why I didn't equip that shield. I mean, I know it didn't have anything special, but Nova shields get me killed a lot.
You keep have to show it off still.
Well, fair enough. And more mindless violence later.
There's never mindless violence. It's all well-calculated violence by our part. All this completely orchestrated to our needs.
Oh, well, fair enough then. I gotta stop using a fire weapon just because it's hard to hear anything over the constant screaming of people burning alive.
Somebody stop that slagging from Spring and Roland! We lose him, we lose our payday!
There is another gun safe in here, as well as a Cult of Revolt symbol. You will see both of those in the collectibles video if you watch it, so don't worry about it for now.
Well, there are 2 gun chests, but he doesn't even want to go up on the walkway this video, so...
We'll do it during the collectibles video. I'm not repeating more than I have to. The game backtracks enough on its own.
I know.
Anyway, we can meet Roland right here, so let's say hello to the good Sir Roland.
Hi.
Vault Hunter. Good to finally meet you in person. Hell of a job fighting through those bloodshots. This'll just take a second.
Badass enough for you?
Well, that's that. Now let's see about getting out of here. Vault Hunter! You gotta stop this thing! Let go of me,
And
damn it!
that's how Handsome Jack pays ransoms. Long time no see, Roland. Soldier! This way!
Hello.
Let go of me, damn it!
Okay, so right here, we're fighting a new enemy. We start fighting robotic enemies here. Incidentally enough, gun loaders are not that resistant to fire, but the EXP loader, the guy charging us, the guy charging us there is resistant to fire. I mean, you would think all robots would be. Gun loaders are not. I don't know why. They're still mechanical. Anyway, a good strategy for fighting them is that you can knock their limbs off by shooting it right at the joint, and every limb it loses is one less gun it's got on it. Less guns, easier fight.
Yeah, always use caustic weapons when you can with these people here. Not a whole lot to say. This is the last section before getting to the top, so if you want to go around collecting the loot, it's probably ample time to real quick before we head on up. That's the last echo, but he's thought that was good.
Anyway, yeah, you'll get plenty more examples of how to fight robots, well, for the rest of this video. Most of it's going to be robot combat. These guys, you can shoot at them, but why? It's more fun to watch them jump. These guys you should shoot at. Okay, you can see it there and there. Watch what happens. Take one arm. You can also shoot them right in the eyeball, which does a critical hit.
Where are you, soldier? Stop this damn thing!
That bot's taking Roland to the drop barge. Stop them before they get away.
And darkness disconnects.
Hyperion took Roland? Mother... Jack didn't send Wilhelm, did he? Please tell me Jack didn't send Wilhelm.
Don't worry, baby. I'll take good care of you.
I'm sure Jack didn't send Wilhelm. I'm sure we're fine. So yeah, darkness DC'd here, but that's okay. I'm too proud to redo it. I'll just go on with that until he gets back.
I blame the magnificent statue on top of the dam. It was so epic that my computer just cried in beauty.
Yeah, but you're not going to see that today. I'm making you guys wait to see the glorious statue on top of the dam.
Even though they saw it clearly in the cutscene, so...
Okay, now, what just happened there? You see how my HP went down to next to nothing all of a sudden? That is an EXP loader. It's a suicide bomber. He runs up to you, he goes kaboom, you're in a lot of pain. Kill him before they get there.
He hurts a lot more than the usual suicide psychos, yes. I don't know why they do, but they just do, for some reason.
Because reasons. He comes in later in the game.
That's good enough of a reason for me, really. It's like, I don't know what you to play.
I've already shown off how to deal with these guys from a sniping standpoint. Pick the left arm, pick the right arm. So, what was I saying? Oh yeah, so I've shown you how to kill him with a sniper rifle. The way I like to do it with the assault rifle, first off, back the hell up from the XP loaders. On those guys, shoot them chest level. They got a weak point, like, right on their stomach, so that's pretty easy.
A glowing red eyeball, again.
Bloodshots, what's going on? I'm hearing more gunfire than usual. I'm still waiting for a response from my period. Oh, took you long enough. All right, $20 for Roland. That's my final offer.
He's not a very good negotiator.
What? He's a Sun Tzu of negotiation, good sir.
Oh my. So, when you go submachine gun on robots, like I'm doing here, strategy's mostly the same. You can just, but because it's automatic, or any automatic weapon really, you can spray left or right to take off both arms pretty quickly. Generally effective tactic, as I'm doing here. Arm 1, arm 2, shoot the little eyeball when both arms are tapped. Gun loaders aren't that bad. There's not much to be intimidated by here, to be honest.
It's the later robots that are actually hard to deal with, really.
Indeed. Yeah, the robots can get, I mean, all enemies can get tough eventually, but robots have a few particularly nasty surprises.
Yeah, they do.
And right there,
Makes sense, they're owned by Happy.
I switched shield because I got,
Ooh, a legendary shield.
that was the Firehawk, that's what I just took off. I had a full inventory, so I put it on the ground. I just got sick of having the frickin', I got sick of, ow.
Ow.
Oh, I got sick of that fire nova, that's it. Yeah, and
Yeah.
suicide bombers. No fun.
Well, you
You
are
get a
just
good shot at my rifle. Beautiful thing, isn't it?
It is beautiful. It is glorious. There's gonna be a, well, there's gonna be a boss in a little bit, but in a sense, he's a badass. Anyway, the last weapon I want to demonstrate today as far as fighting robots is explosive weaponry. It's not as effective as you would think. It works, but it's not great. Like, on the bandits, these shots would be killing them left and right. This thing sometimes takes up to 2 to 3 rounds. It can be,
You gotta remember, explosive weaponry are basically just really powerful standard weaponry. They're really good. They got a lot of hits, and it's going to do a lot more damage than, well, the fire weapon Nos is using here, for instance, or even a stack weapon. Well, it's not going to do as much as, say, a caustic weapon, so keep that in mind.
Indeed. So right here, the badass loaders come out. Dark's engaging it while I pick off the backup, because, well, with the weapon I'm equipped with, picking off the backup is easy. And it should be dead about... Now, he hit it with a few rockets.
They're tanky. It took 8 rocket shots, or 7 to take it down, so they're pretty beefy. Keep that in mind with rocket warlorders.
Yeah, they're pretty tough. You can knock their arms off, it just takes more shots than it would on, say, a normal enemy. Dark, could you explain the repair surveyors?
Yeah, nothing too complicated. They fly around being an asshole and repairing stuff that you wish would not be repaired. So just shoot them out of the air before they repair stuff. Or dive bomb you.
Yep, that's pretty much it. They're flying medics. I mean, if you've played any shooter, you probably know what a medic is, and these medics fly. Now, it probably...
Yeah, they repair.
Whatever. It probably goes without saying, but they can only repair mechanical opponents.
Shocking, I know.
I know, it's shocking. Here's a good example. 1, 2, and it's dead. Knocking off the arms. You can also knock the legs off, but I'd prefer to do the arm, because the legs it can still shoot. I mean, it'll move slower, but it's still firing, and I don't like that.
Though it is funny as hell watching them try to crawl and shoot at the same time. It's pretty funny. Wow.
I will admit it's pretty funny. I think that came up earlier in the video, but I could be wrong. Notice how he's got a little wrench above his head? That's him actually calling the surveyor over to him. So if you're having trouble finding the surveyor, by the way, they can electrocute you. But if you're having trouble finding a surveyor, you can knock an arm off, try and get them to ask for repairs, and it'll go to him to make it easy to spot him.
Well, last bend for till we reach the center.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Anyway, so another surveyor up there, easy to take care of. More guys up there need to die. Yeah, this dungeon, pretty long. You kind of have to do everything up to this point. You have to do in one go, because it won't checkpoint you if you turn the game off. Yeah, this whole dungeon, one go. It has to be 30 minutes. I wanted to do it in 2 parts, but just not something the game would allow me to get away with. But we're almost done.
Last 2, I think.
One and...
Yeah, the last 2.
Yeah, see what I mean? Critical hit with a shotgun that's taken out everybody. Still took 2 rounds.
They're really tanky, these guys. Inherently, because they're armored. And that's pretty much it. We have our quick station place. And, well, that's pretty much it. Next zone, we'll be dealing with a boss fight. So, I'll be saying goodbye. I'm Lord Darkington.
I'm Nosgard Silverclaw.
Toodles.